Hey everyone, welcome back to the concert hall. I'm Sunny, and today we're gonna practice or learn about this is your weekly lesson, right, guys? So, in your weekly lesson today, we're gonna work on jazzing up or wiggling around the third. Oh, yeah. Okay, cue the intro. Sa, ni. Thanks, man. All right, whatever. All right, let's get down to it. So here we go, guys. It's great to be back doing this stuff. It's so fun. Oh, wow, I miss teaching. Holy smoke, this is a lot of fun. Okay, so here's the action. On this lesson, this week, we're going to mess with a third. So you guys, with a third. Okay, so, and there's a little bit of music here as well. So right now, you guys should be practicing this concept of forward motion or motion to rest in music. And the more you practice this, the less you're, believe it or not, you're going to get so good at this because it's so easy and you're going to get good quickly. And you're not going to, it's the better you get at this, or you lean up against these sort of chord note things, you're going to noodle a lot less and less. That's so cool. Can you imagine a world without noodling? Okay, so there you go. So listen to this. So you should be practicing that scale thing. And whatever type of music you play, whether you're a rock and roller or a funk guy or a jazzer or a bobhead, or a smooth jazzer or reggae, that's it. There's no other kind of music. And so you never your life. That's it. So but like you're gonna want to do this into the note. So just as a recap, and I'll show you the notes a little later. We're gonna play that's into D, then into G, and then into C. No big deal. Okay, it's just these little scale fragments. And again, I'll show it all to you in a minute here. So the first thing you want to mess with is the third. All right. Now let's just play flat 3 into 3. Nothing too crazy, not lots of notes. We're just going to add one approach tone, let's call it. We're going to approach the third from a semitone below, let's say, a semitone. So in this situation, I'm going to approach the E from the E flat. That's it. That's it. And what about the space, Sonny? What about the sound? Well, this is something that, like, this is the thing you hear so often in music. Like, you hear guitar players do it all the time. That thing where guitar players are doing that, they're like, okay, well, they don't play it like that. Remember, I got like so like whatever. So, but that's a very, very guitar thing, and it's a very sax thing. So I'll just start right now into it. Before we get into any exercises or anything, you're gonna want to funk with this. But I started off by telling you guys that what's happening is you're gonna want, the more we practice that scale fragment thing, the less we're going to want to noodle. But part of learning your stuff is noodling. so today, you just kind of want to noodle with purpose, a little bit of purpose, and then noodle hard, and then play hard. Okay, so, but this is the E flat into the E. So it sounds like this. Okay, so before we go to super noodling, right? Or let's just start with super noodling, and then I'll put it into a song. So super noodling, let's try E flat into E, and then up to G. All right. So we're going to play E flat, E, G right now. That's that sound. And now I'm going to play E flat, E down to C. Right? That's more of a complete kind of sound. And that's the way it goes. You can put it in the middle here, and we're just jazzing it up a little bit. Now, I'm explaining the very, very clean way of using it. Okay, very clean. Then, but you could like dirty it up. Some guys might be like, or you might be like, ooh, right? But you could like dirty up the third, or you could play it clean, like, what am I playing? Like, oh, there's a lick. I'm just trying to remember the lick. I like, all right, so I went into the D. Then instead of down to the G, I went up to the G. I'll show you this guy another time. Right? And then I played that E flat thing. Okay, whatever. No, sorry. That was dirty. It played the bebop thing. Now you guys might think I just played D minor 7 into G augmented and then into C, which is kind of what I did. But like, I'm just telling you, I'm messing up the third. All right. So nothing funny, nothing funky, nothing too crazy. Well, funny, funky, crazy thing. But what I'm trying to tell you is you can use this approach right across absolutely everything you play. And I think for today anyways, it should be your first little funky doodle note. So now I'm going to play a tune, that tune that I keep forgetting how to play. When the Saints Go Marching In, and listen to this. So I'm going to play it. Okay, like that's just straight. Okay. Now, normally we're going to bounce and loosen things up a little bit, right? We're going to play a little bit loose with the time. Loose and tight, right? We're going to fatten these beats up. But that's not the point of today. Today I'm going to approach the third in this song. All right, we're going to start to jazz this tune up. Now, there are many different types of these approach notes, right? Many different types. They move before the beat, after the beat. They can, many different types of appoggiaturas. They're called different things. 2 notes, 3 notes, 4 notes, enclosed, lots of different embellishments. But for today, we're just going to jam on this 3. And we're going to jazz up that 3 from a semitone below. There are other ways, like if you're a smooth jazz guy, might be like, all right, like whatever. It's pretty like, woo, I was studying jazz. Okay, hold on. We're almost halfway through the lesson here, so like, let's focus. Can you believe Sonny just said focus? Okay, whatever. Okay, so here we go. Share the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're in Toronto or Chicago, hire me. Okay, here we go. Next. Okay, so back to the Saints, okay? So instead of jazz juice, we're gonna play C, E flat into E. Okay, here we go. So even though I was going E in the other direction, I was still playing it. You guys got it? So we're going to mess with that E a little bit on whatever song you play, right? So that's the Saints. And that's your first little jazz note. So if you're playing like Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? Or, right? So like loosen it up a little bit. And for this week, you're going to, play that flat 3 into the 3. Now, when we come back next week, we're going to take so you haven't forgot your scale exercise, all right? So now Practice as you play, play as you practice. Perfect practice makes perfect. So there you go. So here we go. Let's have a look at the music for a little bit. So we're practicing this right now, descending the scale. Now, I'm showing you right now the black part at the end of the line, right there. I'm showing you this part right here. And there are many different rhythms. This isn't the real rhythm we'd play, like, you know, like we wouldn't play boo-ba-da, like we might, but this is not really. You might, but not. But like I wrote it like this to show you guys. And so, anyways, so we're practicing it now with our line, because this is the deal, man. You're going to be lacing that line through songs starting next week, and it's a little bit tricky to not start on beat 1, I gotta say. It really is. It doesn't starting on the end of 3. Come on, guys. It's like a little tricky. And so, and you're not even on a chord. You're like, and so, but that's the deal, right? Motion to rest. And so there are other things you're going to do. You remember, you're going to practice this exercise until you get super bored. And so that one at the end, you know, you're going to add it to different styles of music. You're going to add it to different things. And all we're doing is goofing around with some of the block notes. Remember, we'll go back. I'll show you what it looks like up here at the beginning. It actually looks like, okay, maybe I won't. It kind of looks like this. Right? And this, to play this for you guys, sounds like this. Right? Trust me, guys, as we just practice this through the songs, and it's going to help you make your way through songs. Oh, it's so amazing. But anyways, you're going to get bored. And now today we're going to start to add a little bit of embellishing up the line. Remember, you've put the line in the music and you jazz up the line. Don't worry about the notes. I know the arguments. I know, should I embellish the melody? Should I stick to the chords? Should I do this? A strong melody has the chords in mind. If you stick with this scale exercise and you find your line, the melody will hit, your line will go through the melody. So heads up. And so whether you realize it or not, whether you play by ear or you learn the theory, a strong melody and a strong line will go through a strong melody. They'll match up. So don't worry about it. Not yet anyways. All right, so here's the first one. We're going to mess with the third on the into C. So first the blue, then the pink, and then the black. Now, you know, it does sound like we're mixing styles a little bit here, but that's the deal. You know, you guys have to sort of, you know, make it work. Okay, so you guys have to make it work. There you go. All right, there you go. So, all right, so there's the first one. So the black is what we're embellishing today. And we're approaching the third, the E at the very end, by the E flat, by a semitone, and that's it. Oh my goodness. So you're going to find the more you do this, the less run-on sentences you're going to play musically, and the less noodling you're going to do. Very seriously, guys. You're not going to want, you're going to be like, you're going to want to play music. It's all music now. I think it's sort of, I don't know if I don't, to be honest, I was going to say, I think I understand what some of my old teachers were talking about, but to be honest, I really don't. So, but I do know that this is a scale, and that's how we play a scale, and that's like some kind of thing. And I just played some of When the Saints Went Marching In. That's all I know. So, and I know that, like, whatever. So, like, this, here we go. All right, next. Okay, not next. So, what time is it? Okay, so we're almost done. So your lesson's almost over, guys. I hope you guys had a lot of fun today. Let's show you a couple more. So that's the first one, and you're just playing E flat into E is all you're doing. Hey, guys, I'm recording this part of the video again, so please bear with me. I started to there was a misprint on the page actually, and it caused a little bit of a thing. I don't want to take this too far today. Let's because you should really be practicing these different scales as it passes through the chords, as the chords change. Next week we're going to look at the blues. We're going to pop this into a nice simple blues, but you're going to get really bored with this line thing. So, you know, I'm just showing you a different way you can embellish the line without going too deep into it today, this concept of that, just those couple of notes there, those, E flat into the E, or the D sharp in this case into the E, it's going to add huge elements to your playing, huge. And you're not going to be as like, you're only going to have two different embellishments at your disposal. You only have two embellishments at your disposal right now, believe it or not. You have octave displacement, and you have this thing we're doing today, which is an approach to one approach note. That's it. You only have two embellishments of this line. Now, yes, you can play many different lines, right? We're constructing many different lines, but all you have right now to work with is C, D. All you have is into the D. Okay, that's all you have to work with. And now the next one is, okay, then we do octave displacement. All right. Oh, okay, there you go. And then, okay, now we're gonna, so that's it. So that was straight through. Then it was octave displacement. And now we're gonna jazz up this third. And I showed you in a way, because, you like play different kinds of music. Maybe you're on the jamming with your friends and you want to be like, this is one of those things that you do. And maybe you play different styles of music, and you're going to wiggle around that third in many different ways. But for today, one note. And here we go. And so back to the scale thing. So back to your scale exercise. That's it. On this one that we're looking on the screen, now I'm just going to play the pink. Right? You hear that all the time. Now I'm going to do a different thing. I'm going to play into the D. Now instead of descending into the G, I'm going to play a thing for something we're going to do in a couple of weeks. I'm going to ascend. I'm going to make the pink rise into the G. Okay, so here's the line. Now the black there, D sharp E, or E flat E into. No, not that. That was noodling, right? Noodling. You don't want carbs. You're going to get like bloated. Your solo is going to be bloated if you eat too many musical noodles. And don't be, okay, next. So here we go again. All right. Done. What happens when you get to that C, guys? What happens? You stop. You take the sax out of your mouth. It's motion to rest. I'm just harping on this because I'm the one who noodles my brains out. 3 courses down the road, I'm like, hey, what'd you think? You're like a 4-minute cadenza in the middle of your solo. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, you asked me to write the music. That's the music. 4 bars. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Oh, man. All right, next. Next. So here we go. So motion to rest, motion to rest, motion to rest. When you get to that C, you stop. That's it. That's it. All the noodling comes beforehand. It's really weird, guys. These 2 little things, I've been practicing this quite a bit. I was, like I change my style up all the time. And this is really something. It's like it changed. I feel this different way of changing, of playing the changes. Less noodling, more direction. My brain is working in a different way. I'm hearing things more. I'm thinking of different sounds to paint here. And different. Okay, and one more thing, guys, if you haven't figured it out yet, you have 3 approach notes into each thing. I was just going to say there are different styles of play, but as I'm doing your lesson, I'll tell you, each of these 3 little notes that precede everything, or there are 4, let's say, we're going to change these in enclosures and in, appoggiaturas, and they could be chords, right? Do, mi, so, like right up the chord, a lot of different things, but this is the structure, and that's what's going on, and that's why we're doing this. that's the deal, guys. I hope everyone has a super amazing day. Get out there and have fun. Remember, you play music, right? And you practice as you play, you play as you practice. If you're not having fun, well, there are lots of reasons. All right, guys. I hope everyone has a super amazing day. Welcome back to the concert hall. Please share the videos. Please, please, please subscribe to my new music channel and, you know, my music education channel. And I wish everyone the best of a beautiful day. And I'll see you guys soon.